All right, take three. Let's see how many of you stuck around. Oh, mercy. The treachery. This is the modern hotel here. It's now a Hilton Grand Vacation ownership property. This is the backside of the Prince. And let's go on the marina side. There you go. I can see a comment now, Linda. Hey, take three. And John, thank you guys. Sorry about that. I guess it was just a Facebook bug. I needed to restart it. How frustrating is that? This is the chart house. If you remember, we had a couple of secret agents that weren't quite so secret. Came and did a review. The Godmother and Michelle. Here we are. Yep. This is the backside of Elikai. There's the Rainbow Tower, that far building on the left. That's the Elikai through the trees there, and this is the modern hotel here. And that's Ala Moana Boulevard right there in front of us. That goes into Kalakaua, and then Kalakaua goes into Waikiki, of course. And there's the marina again. Do you want me to move that thing down there for you?
Is it? I thought it was blocking. Can you get through there?
Yeah, but there's two of those down there.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay, all right, man. I wasn't going to charge you much, but
Bro, we still been going.
yeah, the chart house renovations are complete. Those are renovations being done for. I said that was the Prince, but it's not. That's still the modern over here on the right hand side. Look at this nasty trash here, huh? Isn't that sad? It's from those rains. All this debris gets washed off. The wood debris and the dirt, that type of thing, you really can't do anything about that. But the trash, the cans, the bottles, that's because of homeless and lazy residents who throw their trash over their fence, or they throw it into the creek beds, or they just stack it up in their back area behind their fence, and it gets washed into the waterway. A lot of people don't want to hear that, but that is 100% the truth. There's the Prince Resort, their second tower. But there's their negative edge pool, that blue tile you see right there. Am I talking from experience about what? I didn't see what the question was you responded to, or you're commenting on. Oh yeah, this is one of the worst things in the world right here, to see this. Because it's just, 99% of it is just sheer laziness and scumbag idiot people. They're just too lazy and dumb to know any different. That's not true. That's giving dumb people a bad name.
Does it say, like, any slip number or anything like that?
1% of that, I would say, is just
Near the Hilton.
an accident, errant trash can here or there, but for the most part, it's some just bad people. That's our friend's boat. It looks like he sold it because he hasn't been on there. Not that I've seen. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is Pauhana. Oh no, that's right, it's gone. Completely and totally, as if it had never been there before. Right up here in front of us, we'll walk out on this slip a little bit. This is, they have a Pink Sails has a catamaran that's a sail catamaran. And then they have this whale watching boat that goes out here. These are just some beautiful boats. Let's look at this catamaran. That way we can look at it straight on. I just love the design of these boats. Not a lot of cabin space, but boy, do they move through the water. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Hey Wendy, have you gone to Smith? You haven't gone to Smith and King or Pig and the Lady, correct? And did you end up going back to Chinatown and going to that bakery? I'm not sure if I mentioned it and you said you had gone back or you hadn't. You should make a trip to all three of those places if you can. Pig and the Lady is right up there with the deck. So is Smith and King, and that bakery in Chinatown is. It's nice, but it's more the novelty than anything else. It's a great bakery, but it's more the novelty. But you might want to put those on your list. No one either. This is Pauhana right here. Isn't that crazy? As if it was never there. I've thought about that. I've thought about every step of that, Steve-O, and if it would be worth the hassle to provide that or not. We actually will do this. We're going to get ourselves an Escalade or a nice luxury van and really, load all kinds of features on there, TVs, cut windows in the side of it to where you have bigger views, and we're going to do tours. Not just for going to Hawaii people, but we'll make it really affordable, and because it won't be our source of income, but we want to be able to provide it for incentives for, some other club member. That's when we have the Aloha Club. Anybody will be able to do it. Excuse me, I need to make an adjustment with my dog. Give me 1 second. Yeah, the idea would be to make it really affordable. A Circle Island tour, private tours, things like that. Kind of like what I tried to do with that one dude in the very beginning, but it ended up being a nightmare. That type of an arrangement, but with a good outcome. Transfers not so much, just because it's tough to beat Charlie's Taxi, and they do a great job, and I wouldn't want to take any business from them, and it's just, it's not that big of a deal, really. Not that demanding of a service. This trap usually does a really good job in capturing a lot of that debris, and they probably have captured it, and they probably have already emptied it. They have like a backhoe of some sort that comes in and pulls the trash out of there. That's Ala Moana looking back, going towards Waikiki. Yeah, see, there's the Pink Sails catamaran, and then the whale watching boat, and then I think that's also a whale watching boat. They're coming in right now. Twice I've seen a big stingray right here. I think one time it was on camera, or it was on a stream. I just walked up and it was about the size of a trash can lid. Almost right where that stick was. Maybe some of you remember. It just was up, flashed. You saw a little bit of its white belly underneath, and then boom, it was gone. Can you guys tell when I have the camera in my right hand or when I have it in my left hand? Is there a difference in the stability? When I have Lucille with me, I change sides just so she's not leaning one way the whole time. I can tell a difference if it's in my right hand or left hand. Their Signature Steakhouse at the top of Ala Moana Mall, or Ala Moana Hotel. That's where Wendy's going to take me for apology dinner. No notice. Good. She's on this side now. That's Ala Moana Mall. If you're so inclined, it's a great idea to go there and do a walk around the mall, just see what's there. There's just a lot of things that are, a lot of stores, retailers that you'll just find in the mainland, but it has a very Hawaiiana type feel to it. There are some local stores or local-ish type stores, but they have a great food court, and it's just something fun to do, to go get a really nice plate lunch from one of the restaurants there, then bring it over here to Magic Island or the park area and just eat it. Enjoy yourself for an afternoon. Can't tell, perfect. Yeah, let's go on this side over here. I remember last summer I brought Lucille over here. It's not funny, but it's actually kind of sad, but it was just how dumb I was. I was standing and I was taking some photos. I put Lucille on the ground and I started feeling these pinches on my legs. And I looked down and my legs were covered with fire ants. And I just start kicking them off and kicking them off. And this whole time I hear Lucille just going like that. And I thought she was upset because I was slapping myself on the leg and stuff. I looked over and she was completely covered in fire ants. So I threw my camera down and I knocked them all off. She had little bitty bites all over her boobies and tummy and ears. And it was so sad. I was so angry. And there's a big fire ant farm hill right next to me. So I kicked it all down and stomped on them. Poor little sucker. That's the Oahu Yacht Club right back there. We just passed it. Well, it would be, you would have been out of Dutch if you hadn't have done this last thing, man. I mean, my apologies. I'm a very, very forgiving person, and you know me, Wendy. I don't like to start any trouble. I like to let a lot of things go. I'm not an instigator for sure, and I'm just letting you make amends publicly. Was this in January? No, this was in, if you're talking to me, no, this was last year, like in May, June. It was hot. Oh yeah, fire ants. I mean, they're not like Australian fire ants. I'm sure you guys have ants that kill people, but these are little, super teeny tiny, but they're just really bright red, and man, they sting like a mother. And I imagine if you're a dog and you're getting stung on your pink belly, it's no bueno. Yeah, I was looking at the menu there at Signature. I want to make sure I order right for my apology dinner. We're not going to be able to live stream it, sadly, but we'll do a review. And we can only aspire to do as good a job as the Godmother and the Grasshopper did.
I never commit to doing that, so.
Is Wendy yapping about me? What do you mean, who saw who? I mean, who saw who and just kept going? I don't know what you're talking about. No gym today, huh?
What? Yeah, man. Calisthenics.
This is just a beautiful little lovely park. So many little areas of it that kind of stand alone. That little concrete bridge over there, this nice little pond. Sergeant Majors, gosh darn it, Dale, I can't believe you didn't think of that. Sergeant Majors were the name of those fishes. Name of those fish that are in the lagoon there at Rainbow Tower. All right, I didn't see what Wendy was saying, or didn't read what she was writing, or what she wrote. But just so you know, Janet and Michelle, Wendy, did not do the seafood part on their trip, but I'm going to go do some seafood. I think I'll do some crab legs or lobster tail, market price, of course. And then they have a bone-in ribeye, which I think I'm going to get that, or the garlic ribeye. Oh, that was last year, the aunt. So she's good now. She's completely fine. Do you know what I do have? And I took it out for a dry run today. Is that yours? Beautiful, man.
Thank you.
Love that paint job. Did you do the paint?
No, came from Vegas.
Man, that's beautiful. Look at that, guys. Huh. Nice. Oh man, he's got dual Webers on there. Gee, to Christmas. Well, they have a twin-tail dinner. A twin-tail lobster dinner. It's a garlic shrimp ribeye that they have, I believe, where they actually have shrimp, garlic braised shrimp they put on top of a ribeye. I mean, I'm going to go all out. I mean, God knows this won't be the last apology tour that we'll go on, because Wendy is just that way, but I'm going to let her have every chance to make it up to me. I mean, I don't want to start any trouble or, like I say, instigate anything, but I just want to do what's fair. Michelle, what did you like best about Duke's? Or not Duke's, I'm sorry. Chart House, because that seems to be quite a popular restaurant with some of the members. They either have gone there before in the past, they want to go back, or they've not gone there before and they've just heard a lot of good things, they want to go there again. So it was quite popular with the voting. Oh, Cassie Vegas, you're going to love it. Yeah, Lucille was bitten by ants last year. And I was too, but don't worry about me. I made it out alive. Look at this big old cat. For those of you that think these cats are not eating well out here, check this out. Look how fat that sucker is. All the crab they can eat. What's up, fella? How's breakfast today? Both of us have. You can usually see those cats along here patrolling for those crabs. They have a never-ending supply of those nice black crabs down here. Aussie Nightmare, that's exactly how it would go. And I'm afraid that if she did write a letter like that, although the apology would be written in the text, it would not be genuine. Therefore, I'd have to forfeit it. And then she'd still have to do the apology dinner. So then she'd be doing double work. I think she knows that. Nico's? You mean the Thai place? They're on, that place is where... That place has been closed for a long time, or for quite a while. And haven't missed any meals, have they? I think I was petting a cat. I don't know if you saw it. Depends when when are you going to be there? Just give me a heads up about a month or so ahead of time and I can get it arranged. Oh, we can't go into that here. Aussie Nightmare. This is a PG rated live stream. I didn't finish telling you I did a test drive this morning on a new puppy sling. A sling for Lucille. I hate it. She loves it. And it's a sling that rides about where she rides in my arm here when I'm holding her up, but it's padded for her feet, and that's one of the slings that I bought that I was going to give to Allison to see if she'd make a custom one for Lucille. And I just want to make sure I get all the measurements right and markings right, because what I want to do is I want to have a sling that I could carry her in and me not look like an absolute nutcase, but have all the cool little straps and things I need to carry some minor camera equipment, a water bottle, that type of thing. You'd think these dog slings would have, they'd allow for some of those items you could put on the side, but they really don't. So Alice and I have not forgotten, I want to get a, whoops. Young guy was in his birthday suit. It rhymes with Schmark Schmanger. Wendy was supposed to come out here, and then she just canceled her trip without notice. Told me at the last minute I had plans already, so I was out. A bunch of money and time and aggravation. She was like, "Yeah, so what, Tony?" So, to make up for it, she has to buy me an apology dinner. It's quite simple. I wish it never happened. Oh, Dana, we are at the Magic Island. We did a couple of posts on Magic Island and wrote about its history. You know, the guy, Henry Kaiser, who built Hawaii Kai and built the lagoon and a lot of the build-on of Hilton Hawaiian Village before it was called Hilton Hawaiian Village in the 60s. He bought this land from that point out there. I think this is the man-made part of it. This lagoon was man-made. And they're going to put a resort community or a resort right in this area right here. Then there's going to be a residential area building right on the other side. But the residents of Oahu came up in arms and voted it down. And he had already built this lagoon, which is a beautiful lagoon to go swimming in for people who can't swim that well or who just don't want to deal with the waves. And they also do, as you can tell right here, they do scuba lessons here, certifications. It's really quite nice. It's called Magic Island. There's Diamond Head, and that's all of Waikiki. And we just walked around this roadway here, all the way down that way and into Waikiki. We'll be walking back that way here in just a few minutes. So that's where we are. Yeah, Allison, I'll send you all that information. It's really, I'll tell you which sling it is on Amazon, and then I'll buy it for you and have it sent to your place, and I'll just tell you about the markings. Basically, I just need to have a pocket on the front. You know, it's kind of like a little sling. It's like a water bottle, you know, like how they used to have in the, well, anyway, it's like a dog sling. And it's wide. It's about 5 inches wide. I wanted to get a little bit wider, about 2 inches deeper, and have padding sewn into it because it only has really rough bottom on it. And if you put a towel in it or a little bit of a blanket, it kind of pushes her too high. And then maybe a couple of pockets on the side for a water bottle, a leash, you know, things like that. I'll still look like a moron carrying her in it, but I'd rather her have that than not be able to come. Hello, Glenn. We'll see if there's turtles today. Maybe we'll see some on the way back. We rarely see them over here. I used to see them all the time over there on the other side of this point, but I haven't seen them in quite some time. I think we've only seen them on stream maybe 3 or 4 times over here. This is a very popular area for locals and just not a lot of visitors, tourists come here. Same thing with Ala Moana Beach over there. Not a lot of visitors come. Snorkeling is okay. It's just that you don't. There's nothing really to see. I mean, you don't see. Well, I shouldn't say that. I've said this probably too many times, but I'll say it again. You don't get a lot of really big or bigger fish like blowfish and a bunch of tropical fishes because it's all sand. It's a sand bottom, which makes it really good for scuba and snorkeling, but not a lot of fish get in. But they can. There's from time to time, there'll be a sizable fish. When the tide is up, it'll get in between those 2 little inlets there, or that inlet in between those 2 little walls. You know, those rock walls over there. Oh my goodness, I'm not going to put her in a pram. It kills me to put her in a sling. I look like a nut job. But I'm trying to see if she likes it better or not. She really prefers that I hold her like this. She likes this best. Even though, see how her legs are like that? She loves that. It stretches her legs and she just keeps turning her legs, changing one over the other one so it stretches them out. See? See her feet? And if I just hold my arm out on like a bed or a counter, she walks up and she lays down on my arm that way, so she likes that. Yeah, she would way rather be here than even watching cartoons. There's a look back over Magic Island, the lagoon, and looking back at Diamond. It's a beautiful view, huh? Cheryl, I wouldn't even ask because there's no telling what kind of story she'd come up with. You would have to, Aussie Nightmare. Yeah, a lot of activity. There's boats over there at Turtle Canyon. Sailboats going out. You see all the catamarans straight there in front, dead center of the screen. That's Turtle Canyon with their sails down, the catamarans out there. And then there's some private and commercial sailboats. There's I think that might be Star of Honolulu out there. But it looks a little small. Maybe it's Atlantis. There's some parasailers, another parasailer. Really nice cargo ship out there. The cruise liners over there, see right there behind the beige building. It'll be leaving tonight at 7:30 on the dot. Arrived this morning at 7:30 a.m. They leave at 7:30 p.m. What's that, Miss Cassie Vegas? Yeah, we gave out a lot of this last month or so. We gave out a lot of Circle Island tours and trolley passes and catamaran passes. So we should be having some really good reviews coming up, right, guys? Right. Look at that beautiful water. I didn't put the filter on. I should have, huh? Hopefully, you're able to see the beautiful difference in the like the sandbar right there and the more of the reef right in this area. That's where those turtles would be, but I think it's a little bit rough right in here. It's around this corner here where the surf kind of flattens out a bit, but it looks like the tide may be down a little bit too low. Let's see. Yeah, it's too low. But look, you're able to see the reef underneath there. Wow, it's quite low. It seems lower here than what it was when we were in Waikiki, so it's probably going out now. But see that beautiful area there? If you're able to manage the waves, which you really shouldn't, because they'll push you up against those the reef there. That's if the water's up about another foot or two. Really nice place to snorkel if you could swim. But it's good even if you can't swim really well, because you can stand up quite easily or just get over here to the rocks quite easily. I guess if I had to put the issue with Wendy and her apology tour into a word, it'd be betrayal, I think. Betrayal is the word I would use. Maybe just disappointment. But vindication is another word I like to use. I'm not as upset as I am disappointed, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. That's Ala Moana Beach Park right there. So I'll give you kind of a bearings on where we are. That's the people flying and crying, leaving right now on a Saturday midday from Hawaii. Wow. Straight over there is the Spirit of the Sea cruise line. On the other side of that beige building, right in front of that beige building, is Kaka'ako Farmers Market location. Right there on that point, if you see that kind of red and white radio tower is at the bottom there, that's 53 by the Sea. 53 by the Sea is a very, very high-end, very beautiful, wonderful restaurant. And the only one of us that's bougie enough to go there is the godmother. Around the corner is the Kaka'ako Municipal Park, or I don't know if it's a municipal park, but it's quite a beautiful park. It's almost absent of people. And then this whole area from where the sand starts right there, dead center of the screen, all the way this way is Ala Moana Beach. I'm just trying to share my truth, Wendy. That's it. But it's nothing a garlic shrimp, ribeye, and crab legs and a seafood tower can't remedy. I'm just trying to be fair, Wendy. Beautiful water today, huh? Look at how crystal clear that is. I always forget. Yeah, we're at Magic Island. So this whole area here is referred to, this whole area that I'm in, from about that line of park right there all the way over this way. This is Magic Island, all the way around back over that area where the lagoon is. Da Lagoon, all the way over there. That's pretty much considered Magic Island. And then once we get past this little break here, it's Ala Moana Beach Park. And that's Ala Moana Beach. Ala Moana Beach is, I mean, look at how big it is. And there's hardly anybody, for the most part, by comparison, anybody there. There's almost no one there. The beach is a little bit different, as is the surf. It's a little bit different than Waikiki Beach. Waikiki Beach is all sand, imported sand, thankfully from Australia. Thank you, Aussies. And then, but it's still a little bit rocky. But what's cool about it is you see how flat the water is. So it's very good for, you know, not really skilled swimmers. Oh, for sure, Cassie Vegas, are you kidding me? We're going to do a do-over. We'll have to go back. I mean, I would say go back to Monkey Pod, go back to the scene of the crime and try and capture lightning in a jar again. Or we'll go anywhere you want to go, anywhere you and Mr. Cassie Vegas want to go. You see those rocks sticking up kind of in a row there? You see the taller one sticking up, but below that, the surface water is a reef break that really keeps these waves down. So you see the waves coming in, they break and they stop right there. There's a big coral line that goes along there, or reef line, so it keeps it flat. So it's great for paddle boarding, calm waters, you know, swimmers that aren't as adapt to maybe, you know, surf with waves in it. And it's really a slow sloping beach. So you see those people there, they're out quite a ways. They're standing up. It's waist deep water. About where those rocks are, it's about 4 foot deep maybe. Depends on the surf, of course. You said that, Wendy, the L&L there, it's really good. I have not eaten there before. I think I may have told you that I had, but I was incorrect. I had not. I've not eaten there before. I'm going to use the Waikiki Wendy Silva excuse. I did not remember. I did not remember correctly. Sure. Go other place. We're going to go to. We're going to go on a Circle Island tour. We go to Chinatown. We go to South Shore. Stick around, you'll like it. Or do you mean, do I go to other islands like Maui, Kauai, Big Island? I have quite often, but we haven't done streams from there, but we plan to do that this year. And is it the only place I go in the world? No. I go to Cabo, Cancun, Ixtapa, Playa del Carmen, Tijuana, Rosarito, La Jolla Village, New York, Las Vegas. Been quite a bit of places in China and Korea, Gwangju, Itaewon, Namdaemun, Paris, Switzerland, Lauterbrunnen, Paris. So I go other places, yeah. There's a more of a parallel view of the beach. Where would you like to go, Jennifer? Name a place. Where would you like to see us go? We have so many new and established members. Sometimes they like to see places that they've gone, or these walk-arounds show them places that they may have forgotten about, or they want to reminisce from a previous trip. But yeah, we go, like we walked, last time we hiked to Kahala and back, went around Diamond Head a couple of times, went to Kaimuki. We're getting ready to go to Moana Falls. I was going to do that just the other day, right when I got back, but because of this bug I caught, I couldn't do it.
I want everybody just to stop talking so I can enjoy my day. That's all I want.
Sounds like Jennifer's not having a good day. Stick around, Jennifer. You may like it, you may hate it, but you know what's cool about it? There's a bunch of other places you can go. People that do live streams anymore. The two ladies I knew who did, they both quit. They're doing produced videos so they can edit things out, but they don't do live streams. There's another gentleman who does a couple of live streams. Maybe that's just not your cup of tea, but it's a cup of tea of a bunch of people. Maybe stick around, you'll see what they see. If not, then you'll be missed. Manoa Falls, I think I said it incorrectly. withdraws. That's very nice of you to say. I did too, if I'm being honest. Yeah, we're going to be doing more produced videos too, but it's tough to beat the live streams, you know. The authenticity of it, the immediacy of it, you know. And I get it, some people who know this place really well, or maybe they live there, they don't like watching it, but they can get stretched for all I care. There's a bunch of other channels to go to. But we go where you guys want to go anyway. If you guys voted to go to the North Shore tomorrow, we'll go. Enough of you said you wanted to go. Crowd rules, man. Well, ooh, that's coming very soon, Linda Hay. But the modifications are not going to let me go underwater with it. I thought about putting a pole on it so all the underwater live streaming is going to be off the menu, but you're still going to be able to see a bunch of other stuff live streaming. Yeah, I called it Moana Falls. Or I think someone else called it. Anyway, Manoa Falls. It's right over there. That's actually good. Would you guys want to see a walk from Waikiki to Manoa Falls and then up and then all the way back to Waikiki, or is that too much? Yeah, I'm going to do, I can promise you this, within the next 3 weeks, between now and now and probably March, first week of March, we're going to be doing the South Shore again as a drive, not on a trolley. And you know, in a car, then I'm going to go to the North Shore. We'll go back to Chinatown. We're very, very close to doing the honey farm, the Hawaii honey farm, which I think will be a huge hit. The issue with that is that I need to be outside of one of those suits to do it. You know, they want you to be in like a bee suit, and I don't want to be in one. And I don't mind getting stung by the bees, but I don't want my hands covered up. You know what I mean? I could have my arms uncovered and be in the bee suit otherwise, but that's just something we're trying to get past. No, the Manoa Falls would be a produced video, Janet. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a produced video, but I'm going to do it just like a live stream. I'll do no cuts. It'll be just like I'm doing right now. I'll just start the stream off and walk all the way up there and then all the way back. And actually, because that's 8 miles there and back, it's not going to be, I wouldn't be able to hold a charge that way. So what I'll do is I'll just walk there and then start the stream at the bottom of the hill, then go up to the falls and narrate it all the way up and all the way down, and just do that as a standalone. That'll be maybe an hour-long video, 45-minute video, something like that. This summer, when it gets, well, not this summer, but probably in March, we'll do the Kaneohe sandbar. Just trying to choose a vendor. I really haven't, I've looked into it, but I haven't talked to any of the guys. Bob's, I think there's Bob's and Dale, or Bob and somebody, Captain Bob. Captain somebody else. Captain Bob seems to be very popular. But that I want to live stream that. Yeah, there's a macadamia nut farm. There's one. I keep calling it the Imperial. I think it is. Wendy knows which one I'm talking about. Macadamia nut farm, but there's not a connection over there. Also, there's a nut farm on the North Shore. If you guys want to, do you guys like that walkthrough on Haleiwa where I walk from one end to the other and then back again through Haleiwa? Do you want to see that stream? Yeah, the sandbar I think is going to be pretty easy. I think that's going to have a connection all the way through. I'm most certain of that. I also want to go do a Let's Eat at Haleiwa Joe's, the one that's there by Kaneohe. You want to get down there? Oh, there you go. Yeah, if we can get through PCC, we could do that. What I'll do is I can start that off as a live stream, and if we get cut off, just because over on that side, from up to Polynesian Cultural Center down to even before Kualoa Ranch, it's a dead area for a cell connection. But yeah, we'll give it a shot. I want to go back out to Ko'olina too. Would you guys like to go back out there, do a walk around those Four Lagoons and the Disney Resort and Iolani, the Four Seasons out there? Yeah, we'll go to Kauai. I think we're going to go to Kauai for sure. I think that's a guarantee. To Maui's for sure. I want to do Mauna Kea. But I'm going to bring somebody else with me so we can shoot it and try and live stream it. I'm not so sure how the live streaming will go. You'd think the reception up there would be incredible. have to, Linda, go to Dole Plantation. If I have to, I'll go. That's something you want to do. Linda, you're going where? Oh, to Dole Plantation? No, I'm gonna have to pass. I really don't like that place. It's not that I don't like it, it's just a madhouse. It's just pineapple-y, you know? Yeah, Kauai. Well, I'd go stay at the St. Regis there for a couple of days, go down to Honolulu Bay, walk around the Prince and the Mackay golf courses over there. I went once to Mauna Kea when it was not great. It was really cloudy, and then another time it was otherworldly. It was super, super clear, and it looked completely fake. It looked like you were in a planetarium. You know, the man-made planetariums. It was just, but it was super, super bright. The stars, the constellations were just, they were so bright they were fake. There was no light pollution whatsoever. I don't know, Kathy, by the looks of her response to this apology dinner, she may not be, she may be persona non grata. I've heard nothing but good things about this Brazilian place here. They sell pizza, but they also, it's like a Brazilian steakhouse, if I recall. That's what I understood. São Paulo. I don't think old is the right term. Is it mature? What ladies of your age range like to be called? It's more, I think it's more mature than aged. Wendy? There are two Indian restaurants, as I understand it, there, but that Namaste is the place we're going to right there with a yellow sign.
And then there you have
She asked Nancy, she said, are we talking old again? And I just think that's disrespectful when you call a woman almost 60 old. Seasoned, yes. Dana, that's a great word, seasoned. But I'll call Miss Silva anything she likes. She's earned that in her age. In her years and years and years and years and years of being on this earth. It's the least I could do. There's the Waikikian and the Lagoon Tower right back there. I gotta fix my shoe here. 1 second, please. I like that recycled teenagers, Allison. It's very good. Experienced, yeah. There's a lot of ways to state the obvious, but Wendy wants to be, I guess, mean about it. Queen-agers, I like that too. Well, don't say that. Don't say that, Leanne. We may be going to a college graduation then pretty soon if that's the case. In Wendy's case. I gotta get that fixed. All right, guys, we're going to end it here at this the Hilton Hawaiian Village fountain and sign. I got to go take care of some business. If we come back on for maybe a longboard or two, we'll sign back on. I wouldn't say way younger, Wendy. I just treat Wendy with respect. It just may seem there's more reverence due to age, but it's not. All right, 4Ls, let's do it. Second stream back. The first two of the year did not count. 4Ls for you, huh, Lucille? You want to go get a burger patty or something? All right. 4Ls. 4Ls. Hopefully you laugh, learn, love, like this stream. Make sure you like, share as often as you can. Let other people see this wonderful, beautiful stream. And we'll most likely see you a little bit later. We may do a let's see, but we may hold off till tomorrow and do that. All right, if this is your first stream, hopefully it's not your last. Hopefully that chick, Janet, Linda, Karen, Jennifer, whatever her name was, she comes back. If not, bummer. The other 116,999 of us will have to make do. Okay, we will talk to you later. If this is your last stream, please make another judgment. It does get better. Aloha.